Uh, so it is Sunday, December 27th, 2020, and I wanted to make this video because in a week I'm starting my master's program in musical theater at the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama, which is very exciting. Uh, and I think it's gonna be a crazy year, so I wanted to keep these like video diaries so that I can look back on them and see where I started and how much I grow and how I change. And also because I'm really bad at keeping a real diary, so this is what we're gonna do. So, as of now, I'm excited, but I'm kind of nervous too. I don't know. I gotta work on like my insecurity because I always feel I feel like I'm gonna get into that room and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, everybody's better than me and I suck and why do I suck so bad and I'm never gonna be that good, which I know is not true because I have improved, but like my brain likes to do that thing where it's like, you're not good enough, and I'm like, but I'm trying to be. This video's already getting weird. Okay, so my goals for this year: one, become a better dancer because I know that that's my weakest area. It just is. I'm not a good dancer. But it's gonna be fun because I know that we're doing like ballet, and I have a little ballet experience at the moment because okay, well I've been doing ballet like on and off since I was 16, but I have a little ballet experience. But I also know we're doing tap, and we dabbled a little bit in tap at Otto, which was super fun. So I think I'm gonna like tap. I remember that it came pretty easily to me. I mean, we only did it for a couple weeks at that summer program, but it was really fun and not as hard as I thought it would be. Like my brain somehow understood tap better than it understands like ballet. And then of course I know we have a Broadway jazz, so it's like it's the trifecta of musical theater, which is really fun. So that's goal number one: become a better dancer. Goal number two. Goal number one is very vague, isn't it? Maybe I should be more specific. Be more confident in my dancing, cause like okay, I know I just said I'm a bad dancer. I'm not like that bad. Like I'm not the worst dancer in the world. I think if you like screw up and you do it confidently, unless it's like a big ensemble number and like you start going this way when everybody's supposed to be going that way and you're like, I'm confident that I'm going the right way and you're not. But in that case, maybe confidence doesn't help. But I feel like if it's like a smaller ensemble number or it's like, you know, a solo or just something a little bit more abstract maybe, I think if you screw up it like and you still look confident, people probably won't be able to tell that you screwed up. So I want to become more confident, I think, and also not screw up as much. That would be good too, but confidence, I think, because I think if I become a better dancer then the confidence will come, but if I'm more confident then maybe I'll become a better dancer. So we're gonna go with that. That's goal number one. That was better. It's not as eloquent, but it was better. Goal number two, singing. So at the moment, I'm very comfortable as a soprano, which is nice. I like my high notes. We love high notes over here. But I do think I want to be more varied, I think. I want to be able to sing other things, especially, I want to belt. Like, if I'm honest, I want to learn how to belt. But I know that that's not always, like, I don't think that's the best goal for me, because it might not be possible for me to, like, full out belt. Maybe that's just not the way my voice works. So, but I do want it to be stronger, and I think confidence is key here, too, because I think I tend to shy away from trying to belt full out because I'm scared that I'm gonna crack. So, I guess just my overall goal for the year is I want to be a little bit more free with myself and let go a little bit, and I don't know, I keep saying confidence, but like that is it basically, because I think a lot of this field is like if you're not confident and like you don't feel like you're good enough, that's gonna bite you in the butt. Like, it just is, because you have to know how to sell yourself when you walk into the room, and if you're, like, shy and timid, then why am I saying you? Nobody's watching this. I'm talking to myself. God. But I guess if I walk into a room and I'm super shy and, like, you know, then they don't get to see the real me. This is the real me. This is who I am. I'm weird and stupid, and I need to stop putting myself down. But I am weird. I'm okay with that. I don't think that's a put down. I am weird. Oh god, now I sound like Jughead. Ugh, somebody stop me. Okay. Okay, so I guess, where was it going? Goal number 2 was becoming a stronger, more confident singer, and knowing my strengths and my weaknesses, and knowing how to work on those weaknesses to get a little bit better. I think that's a solid goal. And then I would say acting. I think I'm a decent actor. I don't want to, like, toot my own horn too much, but I think I'm okay at acting. I know there's always more to be done, and I like where I am now with my acting, but I do think that I can go deeper. And I know crying on command is not a real thing, but because I cry so easily in real life, I would like to see if I could maybe cry on stage, because I know I can cry in real life, and if I'm truly, truly connected, then I should be able to cry on stage, right? Like, that makes sense to me. So, it's not that I want to cry on stage, but I want to feel like I've done a scene, and I was super connected, and I felt like I was the character. That's what I want. And I think that also comes with just being more free with myself. I need to get out of my own frickin' head. That would be good. Maybe that's goal number 4, get out of my own frickin' head. That's not a good goal. But I do want to just be more free and feel like I know what I'm doing and I have a game plan, and then to just find the fun in performing like I used to, like I do in, you know, like I did in Into the Woods, and even, I mean, my Romeo and Juliet project for the second year of Atlantic, and The Legend of Astrophila. I mean, that was fun. I don't think that I was, like, the best actor in that, because I was so familiar with the words that, like, it just, you know when you say words a lot of times and then they lose their meaning? I read back my script so many times that the words kind of lost their meaning, and I just didn't know how to analyze it anymore, because, I don't know. How do you, like, write something as a playwright and then analyze that same thing as an actor when you know that you wrote it and you're full of crap? Like, okay, I'm not full of crap, I need to stop putting myself down. But it does feel a little bit like, okay, why? I don't want to, like, analyze this like I'm some huge playwright, you know? I'm not. Like, I wrote these words, so why am I trying to analyze them? Anyway, this is not important. Oh, I guess, well, that could be goal number 4. I mean, I wanted to write something this year. I had this big plan of, like, oh, my thesis, I'm going to write a whole musical in a year. I'm going to challenge myself. I was supposed to be outlining, like, the last, 6 months that I've been sitting on my butt. I didn't. I outlined a little bit, but I don't know. What I was outlining, I didn't like it very much. I mean, I liked it, and I want to come back to it at some point, but it's kind of not where my heart is at the moment. I don't think I want to write that musical right now. But I like it, and I might come back to it. But that basically brings me back to square one, because I don't know what I'm writing anymore. And I actually don't know what the thesis is supposed to be. So, like, I don't know if we're allowed to write a musical for our thesis, but that would be fun. And maybe I could do something small. Like, I could do a 1-act musical, maybe. I could do something that's not, like, super intensive. I could do a song cycle. That could be fun, too, because that doesn't require a script, and I know that I want to work on my playwriting a little bit more, because the book of The Legend of Astrophila is not my strongest work. Which is another thing. I should probably go back and revise that. Well, that's another thing. Okay, I've talked about my goals for the year, but I'm kind of terrified of what happens after this year, because I'm good at being in school. That's kind of all I know how to do, which is why I was like, oh, I've just finished my bachelor's. I finished my bachelor's a year early. Let's get a master's, because I don't know how to be out of school, and it's scary. I don't want to be out of school, because school is what I'm good at. I have always been a good student, and so I don't I don't want to not be a student anymore because that means I'm a working actor and I don't know how to be a working actor because that's scary. Because this industry is bananas. And so I'm a little scared about going out. I hope that, like, this year will also, this is a really good school I'm going to, so hopefully they will teach us how to, like, do the industry. Why did I say that? Do the industry, that's stupid. How to, like, how to navigate the industry, I guess is a better word. And how to learn how to be a working actor, how to have a survival job, all of that sort of stuff. Like, it is really scary because we're freelancers, right? Like, we work a job, and then when that job is over, we have to find something new, or we're unemployed. Like, it's not like you can find stable employment in this field. That's just not the way the field works. So that is scary. And that's why I kind of want to keep working on The Legend of Astrophila and see if I can maybe get it on its feet once I graduate. Do a workshop of it, try and get it to an actual theater. I mean, that sounds absolutely crazy to me. But I really love it, and I want to do it again. I don't want the Zoom reading to be the last time I do it, because first of all, it was a Zoom reading, and good God. Like, that is not the way it was supposed to go. 2020, woo! Yeah, that was not the way it was supposed to go. So, I want to do it in person, and I would love to have the same cast, because honestly, they were incredible, and I can't imagine anybody else playing those roles. But I know that that's probably not going to happen, but maybe some of them, if I move back to New York after this. So I guess we'll see, but I want to do that again, because it was so much fun, and I love playing Emma, and I need to grow my hair out again, because I loved having long princess hair until it was really annoying, and then I chopped it off, which is really the way that my hair usually goes. I grow it long, and then I'm like, oh, it's too long, and then I chop it to my shoulders, and I'm like, oh, it's too short. This is not important. Anyway, so, yeah. I guess that's all I've got. Well, no. I mean, I just moved to London, which is crazy. I'm in London. Like, this is weird. I love London. I love it so much. I don't know if I love it as much as New York. New York was kind of home. But London is really fun. And I had an amazing Christmas. I wandered around, basically. I kind of got lost. On purpose, though. Like, I knew where I was going, but, like, I knew where I was, but I was, like, I saw a cool road, and I was like, oh, that's not exactly where I want to be going right now, but, like, I kind of want to go down that road. Like, it's not in the right direction, but I might as well. Which was weird for me, because my brain is usually like, okay, you have all these directions, and you know exactly where to go, so go. And then I walk really fast, because I lived in New York for 3 years, now I walk fast. Well, I walked fast before that. And I'm not going to say I'm a New Yorker, because the real New Yorkers are going to hate me. Nobody's watching this, why am I saying that? Anyway, but, yeah, I really like London. I mean, I wandered around, I went to Regent's Park, which is beautiful, and I saw the Rose Gardens. It was really nice. I really like London. I like how old-fashioned it is. I like the architecture. It's very fun. I mean, I really love red brick buildings. I just really like red brick buildings. I don't know what to say about that. Anyway, so I'm in London, which is crazy. I moved to London. I'm living in London for a year. Absolutely crazy. I mean, it feels crazier than when I moved to New York, because I just moved to a whole nother country, and I don't know how things work here. Like, I keep looking at things that are listed in pounds instead of dollars. Obviously, they're listed in pounds. I'm in London. But, like, my brain doesn't, I keep forgetting to, like, convert the pounds to dollars, so I think that I'm getting something, like, a really good deal, but, like, actually, it's just, like, a normal price, and I haven't converted it right, or, like, it's more expensive than it should be, and I haven't converted it right, so I think that it's cheap. Anyway, so I don't know how things work here, and I'm figuring it out, and I'm confused, but that's fun, because that's how I felt in New York, too, because I was like, oh my god, I'm 17, I'm in New York, and I'm, like, suddenly trying to be an adult. I'm not an adult, I'm 17, and then I had to, like, figure out how to, withdraw cash and go grocery shopping, which grocery shopping is a little scary. And I know that it shouldn't be, but it is, because I'm, like, very anxious about grocery shopping. Like, even I just went grocery shopping, and it's like, there's a lot of people, and I, like, don't want to bump into anybody, and, like, or, you know, with my basket, and, like, I don't know where anything is, and so I feel like I'm just wandering out of the store like an idiot. Anyway, that's another thing, the anxiety. So, I'm gonna go tomorrow to, we're actually right next door to a medical center, which is crazy. But that's fun, because, well, that's not fun. But I'm gonna go tomorrow, or tomorrow things might be closed, because I think it's, you know, they observe Boxing Day on the Monday. I don't know what Boxing Day is either, but I think it's a bank holiday. Anyway, so I don't know if the medical center is gonna be open. But, I am gonna go and register as a patient and try and find a therapist, because that's something I want to work on this year, too, is the anxiety and the insecurity and this, you know, general melancholy. Okay, I sound like 80 years old. Anyway, I think therapy will be good for me. And I want to unpack some stuff, and I want to just be a little happier and not be so anxious all the time, because I am anxious all the time about the littlest things. Everything makes me anxious. And that's not really something I want to be all the time, especially because I'm in London and I'm studying my dream thing. I've been literally dreaming about this since I was 16, and now I'm almost 21. It's 5 years later, and well, actually, no, I've been dreaming about this since I was, like, 13. I think since the first time I saw Wicked. I think that's when I decided I wanted to be an actor, and I wanted to be a musical theater actor specifically. So, yeah, that's what, 8 years then? That's crazy. And now I'm gonna study musical theater, which has literally been my dream all this time. And so I don't want to be anxious for that. I don't want to be all in my head about it. I want to enjoy it, and I want to enjoy life in general. So yeah, I'm gonna try and go to therapy. We'll see how that works out. Last time I went to therapy, my therapist was kind of useless, so hopefully this one turns out better. Although I know the NHS, like, has long waiting times, so it might be a few months before I actually get to see anybody, but that's okay. I'll, hopefully it'll work out for me. So, I think I said everything I wanted to say. It's gonna be a fun year. I'm excited. So, I'm gonna try and keep up with these video diaries, because like I said, I'm not good at keeping a normal diary. So hopefully this will be better, because I kind of like just rambling. I'm probably not even gonna edit this or anything, because nobody's gonna watch this. So, but I think I will like being able to watch this back and see where I started this year. Well, not even this year. I mean, it's still the end of 2020. Please, God, let 2020 end soon. I mean, I know it will, but, like, will the 2020 continue? Oh, somebody's at the door. That's freaking me out. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.